Hi guys, welcome back to the vlog. So in this video I'm going to show you cruising the boat to get the survey done. Some cute little clips of the dogs. I'm going to talk about the survey report and then I have a little extra surprise at the end, so stay tuned for that. How's it been? Right. Hi everyone, welcome back. So today in this vlog I'm going to talk about the survey that we had on the new boat. So basically, you don't have to have a survey to buy a boat, but I strongly recommend it. So on both the boats that I've bought, I've had a survey done. So on Liveaboard I got a hull and engine survey done. So that meant that the hull was checked and that the engine was checked. And then after the survey, so you come out the water, you get the survey, and then you get the report. So I got the report. I knew what the results were on the day, because the surveyor goes through what he's found, if there's any like major issues or anything like that. So there wasn't any major issues, but there are a couple of things that need to be repaired. So when I bought this boat I knew that there was going to be some issues, so it didn't come as a complete surprise. So firstly, I'll go through the hull first. So what we found on the hull was that in certain areas towards the back of the boat there was pitting found. So the pitting was up to, in some areas, 2mm. So that means that the hull thickness is 2mm thinner in certain areas, and that can be caused by a number of things, such as, well, just wear and tear really. So this boat has been used for the whole of her life. She's done a lot of distance and things like that, so yeah, it's fine. So it needs to be welded. So basically what's going to happen is the boat's going to come out the water and it's going to be grip blasted, so it's going to be taken back to bare metal, and then any areas that are found to be pitted will then be, I think they call it puddle welded, so they just weld a little bit over the bit that's pitted, and then once that's all done, the boat will then be epoxied. So we're going to go with 2-pack epoxy, just because that was what was recommended by the surveyor. So we are going to do that. So the hull will be shot blasted, 2-pack epoxied, and then it will be perfectly good again. So speaking with the street hay at Aston Marina, I think it's going to be towards the end of the year for that to happen. We have to go to the Lichfield depot to get that done there. So I'll keep you posted as and when that happens, but that's what's really happening with the hull. So not a big deal, but needs to be sorted. The second issue that was found was with the engine. So the engine needs a bit of maintenance. So under the engine, where it attaches to the boat, there's engine mounts, and those engine mounts have corroded. So we need 4 new engine mounts put in place. And what's happened, because the engine isn't sitting straight, is I think it's called the cutlass bearing that goes into the prop shaft, is now out of alignment. So the whole thing needs to be stripped back and then checked to see what bits of it need to be repaired and then replaced. So that's where we're at with the first part of the engine. So the boat's due to come out of the water on the 10th of May, so I think the same day that you're seeing this vlog is when the boat's coming out to get the engine sorted, hopefully. So the engine mounts need replaced. Also, all like the coolant hoses and the hoses on the engine have perished, so they need to be replaced as well. We're going to get a full service while it's out of the water, and it also makes like this odd kind of like a misfire. So that's going to be investigated by an engineer whilst it is out of the water. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I'll just pull up on my phone. I've got the report, so I'm just going to check what was written about the engine. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, yeah, so the full service, I mentioned that. All 4 engine mountings need to be replaced and properly align the engine. This must be done in conjunction with the cutlass bearing shaft recommendations made in this report. So yeah, at the moment the boat takes on quite a bit of, not quite a bit, but a bit of water. When you're cruising along, the stern gland is leaking, and that's probably because the whole thing is out of alignment. So I have like put a lot of grease in and topped up the grease and everything like that, but it just doesn't quite form a tight enough seal. So that will hopefully fix that. Replace all coolant hoses in the engine space, and then it says an engineer must inspect the noise noted around the alternator pulley area on tickover and repair if there needs to be a repair done. So that's what's come up about the engine. Yeah, this is it. So strip the cutlass bearing and shaft assemblies for full inspections and repairs and replacements. This must be done in conjunction with the engine mounting. So when you look at the report, it does look like there's quite a lot, but when you break each thing down, it's not too much of a big deal. It's just trying to coordinate the whole thing. So because of like COVID and everybody getting things done now, there is a bit of a backlog. So that's like the main problem. It's not really a problem, it's just got to work around it, but it's just trying to get booked into places. So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. But yeah, I'm still really pleased that I bought this boat, and when she's done, she is going to look amazing. I have been working on the bathroom, and I'm dead excited to show you the renovations for that, because that's like totally transformed. Yeah, so there's a few more bits to do. The kitchen or the galley, I'm still working through that at the moment. I do find it a little bit tricky because even though my last boat was smaller, the kitchen galley layout was much better, so you did actually have like more of a prep space, whereas on this boat the sort of amount of worktop is quite limited. So I am looking forward to having a new galley or redesigning it. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that yet, but that's on the list. So yeah, I hope that you enjoy this update, and let me know what you think, if you've ever bought a boat without having it surveyed, or if you would take that gamble. To me, it's a few £100s for the survey plus coming in and out of the water, but it's so worth it because you just don't know what you're dealing with, because a lot of the boat is under the waterline, so you can't see it to inspect it. So I think absolutely get a survey. If you're watching this and you're thinking, oh well, you know, it is expensive and do you really need one, get one. It's definitely absolutely worth doing. Even if they find nothing, like on my last boat when it was surveyed they found nothing, but at least the new owners have peace of mind that it has been checked, and also they have a survey in their name for the insurance, so it's definitely worth doing. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you next week. Bye!